Okay, if you've ever had a croissant in Paris, or even just, splurged on the good stuff at the grocery store, you know there's something different about French butter. It's not just a spread, it's a whole experience. But what is it that makes it so unbelievably good? Well, let's dive in and uncover the science behind this legend.
And it's a real obsession, isn't it? The world's best chefs, they specify it by name. Foodies will tell you it can turn a simple piece of toast into a total delicacy. So, what is the secret? What's going on inside that little foil-wrapped block that makes it just so special?
And this quote, it really gets to the heart of it all. See, in French cuisine, butter isn't just another ingredient. It is the foundation. It's a statement of quality. And that belief, it drives a process and a standard that's been perfected over centuries.
Right, to solve this delicious mystery, we've got to become culinary detectives. And our very first clue? It lies where it all begins, with the cream itself. And believe me, this isn't just any cream. Its quality is decided long before it ever even reaches the dairy.
So, you've probably heard the term terroir when people talk about wine, right? Well, guess what? It applies to butter too. It's this idea that the soil, the climate, the specific types of grasses and flowers the cows are eating, all of this imparts a unique, subtle flavor into the milk and then ultimately into the cream. It's literally flavor from the ground up.
And here, we find our first piece of hard evidence. This isn't just an opinion, it's the law. In France, to even be called butter, it has to contain a minimum of 82% butterfat. Now compare that to the 80% minimum here in the United States. I know, it might not sound like a huge difference, but oh, trust me, it is.
Let's just focus on this number, 82%. That little bit of extra fat means there's less water. And less water means a more concentrated, richer, more, buttery flavor. It also completely changes how the butter behaves when you cook with it. You get flakier pastries, richer sauces. It's simple, really. More fat equals more flavor. Okay, so we've got this amazing high-fat cream, but that's only part of the story. Our second clue is where the real science of French butter's unique taste comes into play. It's all about the tang. This right here is a total game changer. Instead of just taking fresh cream and churning it, French producers often introduce living bacterial cultures to the cream and let it ferment or ripen for a while. This is no accident. It is a deliberate step to build incredible complexity. Just think about it for a second. What gives yogurt its tanginess or sourdough its amazing sour note? It's fermentation from live cultures. And it's the exact same principle at work here. Those little cultures are feasting on the milk sugars, the lactose, and producing lactic acid. And that is what creates that delicious, subtle tang, deepening the butter's entire flavor profile. And that incredible flavor, it has a secret code name, diacetyl. This is the natural compound that gets created during that fermentation process, and it has a flavor that we literally describe as buttery. So in a way, French butter tastes more buttery because it's scientifically designed to. And here is a fantastic aha moment. If you've ever heard a wine like a Chardonnay described as buttery, you've actually tasted diacetyl. It's the exact same compound. It just goes to show how one single element can create that signature flavor we crave in totally different foods. Pretty cool, huh?
All right, so we've got high-fat cream and a complex, cultured flavor. Our third clue is all about the physical transformation, because it's not just what you churn, but how you churn it that creates that incredible texture we all love.
This process really lays it all out for us. You see the pasteurization, the adding of cultures, and that crucial ripening period, 12 hours or more. But look at step 4. Churn slowly in a traditional barrette. This isn't some high-speed industrial process. Nope, it's a slower, more gentle method that has a profound impact on the final product. That slow churning process, it actually makes the butter less dense and more elastic. It creates a texture that is just unbelievably soft and easy to spread, even right out of the fridge. It's what makes French butter feel so luxurious. The texture is every bit as important as the taste. We're almost there, I promise. We have the cream, the culture, and the churn. But there is one final crucial clue, especially when we talk about salted French butter, also known as Demi Sel.
So Demi Sel literally means half salt, but that doesn't even begin to tell the whole story.
Yes, it's lightly salted, but the real key is the type of salt they use. They don't just throw in any old table salt. They use something much, much more special.
They use fleur de sel, which means flower of the salt. It's harvested by hand, has this delicate flaky texture, and it's full of minerals. But here is the most important part. It doesn't fully dissolve in the butter. This creates these tiny, delightful little pops of crunch and saltiness as you eat it. It's a 2-for-1, flavor and texture.
So, we've gathered all our clues: the high-fat cream, the culturing process, that slow churn, and the special salt. It's time. Let's solve the mystery of why French butter is so good.
It all just comes together so perfectly, doesn't it? The high butter fat gives it that incredible richness and creaminess. The culturing adds that tangy complexity. The slow churning provides that soft, pliable texture. And then that fleur de sel comes in with that final pop of flavor and crunch. Each element just builds on the others to create something amazing. And that's the real answer. There's no single magic trick. The superiority of French butter comes from this beautiful combination of science, a deep respect for tradition, and the unique quality of the land itself, the terroir. It's a whole approach to creating flavor. So the next time you get a chance to try some real French butter, you'll know exactly what you're tasting. You'll taste the terroir, the tang from the diacetyl, the incredible texture from the churn, and maybe even the crunch of the fleur de sel. So the only question left is, now that you know the science, can you really taste the difference?